Everyone, we are ready to get started with Warren Ericson and Jamaree Salyer. First, we're going to start with Anthony Dasher with UGAsports.com, followed by Chip Towers with AJC.
Hey, Jamaree, how does the offensive line, be in a similar situation, last year for the bowl game where you had to replace a couple of stars up front, possibly help you this time around?
Just like you said, we went through it before. We had that experience. So, a lot of those younger guys were there. A lot of those guys that were freshmen last year, sophomores now, so they were there. So we have more of that culture of okay, we understand what has to be done. We understand how to approach this game. I think it was kind of different from going from my freshman year to my sophomore year because all those guys basically came back and then we were missing all those guys, So all those guys played in the Sugar Bowl. And then at my sophomore year, half those guys did it. So I think this year we got a pretty good game plan going into it. And we're excited about the guys that got to step up.
Thanks, man.
Warren, based on Peach Bowl photos, it looks like you're playing center for this game. I don't know how much you want to commit to that or whatever, but can you just talk about, obviously, Big Ben's not going to be over there at the right guard spot, and how do you anticipate, that shoring up together, how that might work out?
Well, yeah, I mean, like you said, Ben's gone, and wish him all the best. And when he was in there, he definitely made a difference. But like Jamaree said, we're confident in the guys that we got, and whoever's going to step up to the plate is going to play really well. And like you said, we're excited about it.
All right, up next, let's have Jake Rowe, Ducks 247, and then followed by Mark Weiser with Athens Banner Herald.
Hey, guys. Jamaree, I just want to ask you straight up, what are your plans for next year? Are you coming back? And then, Warren, who's working beside you there at right guard right now, and who's going to kind of take over for Ben?
Well, I haven't decided yet on what I want to do. I'm still, talking to my family, talking to the coaches, just trying to make a good, clean decision, something that I'm confident in, something that I feel good about. I feel good about both options, but I haven't really, chosen one or the other yet. So, I'm still in that decision process, but, time will tell.
We're kind of taking it day by day. We had different guys moving at different positions. We want the best guys out there to give us the best win. So I've moved over, played a little bit of right guard, had to play a little bit of center, had Schaefer move around a little bit. So had Truss come in and Jamaree move around a little bit. So we've just been moving around, and I think game time is when we'll truly find out who will be there.
Jamaree, how do you think you've developed this year playing at left tackle? And are you do you see yourself playing guard at the next level? And if you come back to Georgia, do you think you'll stay at left tackle or move inside?
It's been a challenge. It's been fun. I feel like the off season, the work I put in, during quarantine and stuff, definitely helped me out a lot to prepare for this season. It was different. You can feel the difference out there. A lot of good pass rushers in the SEC. A lot of good pass rushers. So it was fun. I had a great time, and I feel like the speed of the game was something that I definitely kept on building on as the year goes, because some weeks you could face a 4-3 guy, 4-4 guy that's 260. Some weeks you could play a big guy that's 300 that can't move as well. So, just adjusting different speeds and just adjusting different quarterbacks. I mean, playing left tackle, you got to be able to block for Stetson, who can run, and JT may not be able to run as good, but they both bring different things to the plate. So, just adjusting, and even to DeJuan. So, yeah, just approaching those different challenges week to week definitely helped me out as a player. And, playing against good players every day, Aziz, Jermaine, those guys could rush the passer. So, just those challenges every day just helped me become 10 times better player than I was when I walked in the door.
Thank you.
All right, up next, let's have Seth Emerson with The Athletic, and then Charles Odom with AP.
For both Jamaree and Warren, working under Coach Monken for a year in what has been a year that he could not have predicted, or anyone could have predicted when he took this job, between the pandemic, Jamie opting out when he did. What's it been like? What's been your view of this offense under Coach Monken, and has it been affected what he originally wanted to do, you think, by all this?
Jamaree, you want to start first?
Yeah. I think, he gives us a good chance to be explosive. He's very critical. He's very demanding. He likes what he likes. He wants things to look a certain way, and if they're not, then keep doing it over and over and over and over again. Warren can tell you about that. I mean, we'll take a rep on one play 5 or 6 times so we get it right. So yeah, he's very particular, but it gives us a chance to be explosive. We still have that same physical run game that we have, but I mean, we have games where JT threw 300 yards, almost 400 yards. So yeah, I mean, we have a chance to be really, really, truly balanced under our Coach Monken, and I'm glad that he's here.
Yeah, just to bounce off that, he's very particular in what he wants. He's going to coach as hard as he possibly can, and he demands perfection. Something that us as players really respect, and because we want it perfect, we want to get out on Saturdays, we want to get it perfect. So I think the practice aspect of that has been really good. And then just like Jamaree said, just being a balanced attack. I mean, we want to throw the ball really well, we want to run the ball really cool and really hard. So I think that he came in and he had that mindset, and so I think we kind of accepted his plan, and we're just keep rolling with it.
For both players, you guys and your teammates have obviously made some smart decisions this season, getting through this pandemic. But yesterday we picked up a increased, heightened sense of stress from Coach Smart as the numbers have risen locally. How has it been for you guys getting to the finish line here? Have you guys picked up on a heightened sense of need to be careful?
Warren, you want to start first?
Yeah, I think just like you hit it nail on the head, we got to be careful with everything. Every single day in our team meeting, Coach Smart addresses us and with a picture that says, wear your mask, wash your hands. And that's kind of like what our team has been about this whole entire time since July we came back to campus. So we wanted this. We wanted this season to happen. And as a team, we want to do everything we possibly can to make sure we're safe and that we can keep playing games.
Yeah, just to bounce off what he said, I mean, we've seen that message every day. Every day we practice, every day we meet, that message is on the board, wear your mask, wash your hands. So it's always been important to us, not just now with the heightened sense, because it was heightened at another point. I think when we first came back, we were having an increase in numbers in the fall. So, yeah, I think just, making sure that stays an emphasis, especially now with the holidays season. So, we have a lot of people, especially going to Atlanta, we have a lot of people, just coming to the city, a lot of tourism. So, yeah, you just got to really be careful and understand that, it's not just about the season. It's about safety. It's about our families. It's about coaches. Got a lot of older coaches on the staff, it's about their families. And then so it's about you guys too. So it's about everybody. It's a worldwide thing. So not just being safe for the season, but being safe for everybody.
All right, up next, let's have David Pascal with Chattanooga and then Rodney Nabal, CTJSports.com.
Yeah, for both players, if given the choice, what y'all have been through since July with the pandemic and the grind that it's been, are you glad that this is the last game? Or when you consider the way this offense has come together and the fact that y'all have almost touched 50 points the last 2 times out, do you wish you had 3 or 4 more games, given the developing offense that y'all are all having fun with?
Jamaree, why don't you start first?
You're right. It has been a long season. But, we're around here, we like to compete. We like to compete. We like to go out. We like to show what we got every week. So we get a chance to compete. I mean, I'm sure we'll take it every time. But yeah, it has been a long season and, it wears and tears on the body. But, I mean, that's the next level all day. 16 weeks and plus the playoffs. So, that's just what it is. I mean, if you want to survive at that level, then, you can't complain about it now when you have the opportunity to experience it, So, but as far as us, as our offense is coming along, I think we have kind of hit a good stride. Very excited about a lot of the young guys that are coming along. Excited that we have a quarterback back there that's throwing it and commanding the offense and everything's in our rhythm. I mean, we rushed for 303 for 300 last game or something like that. So yeah, I mean, it was really excited for us to be able to have the opportunity to go out and compete again against a great football team. And, we had 3 or 4 more opportunities. We'll line up and play those too. So yeah.
Yeah, I think Jamaree stole everything I was going to say. I mean, we here we would every single week in, week out, we want to go in and we want to play as hard as we can. And if we did it throughout the rest of the season until March or whatever, we'll keep doing that. But it has been a long season. I think just like Jamaree said, our end goal is to get to the next level in the NFL, and then those guys continue to play. And so I think that we just got to mentally be ready for that. And I mean. Yeah, this has been surely exciting, ups and downs, and we've had Stetson was in, we had great games, and when JT's been in, we had great games. So I think it's just a competitive aspect that we continue to play really hard, really physical, put numbers up on the board, and put really good just really good as far as running the ball and passing the ball. We just want to dominate everything we can.
Warren, Jamaree, you mentioned JT Daniels being in command. You mentioned him having success back there, commanding the offense. Can you both give us a JT Daniels memory, a story, or something that's happened on the field so we can kind of get an idea of what it's like in the huddle or up on the line of scrimmage?
Jamaree, you want to start? Or Warren?
Oh man, a JT Daniels story.
Yeah, I got a thing.
You got one more?
I don't know, man. JT's a character, man. He's calm and collected, but he's witty a little aspect. I mean, he's real cool in the huddle, and he gives you confidence. I would say definitely like in our meetings, like when we're all together as an offense, like Coach will be up there like looking at the board, and he'll be like, JT, what are you thinking on this play? And JT will go through and give us 7 individual steps about things that he can see and things he can change up. Like he's just so methodical about things he does, and like he thinks out so much, and his football mind is just off the charts. So I would say that's it. I mean, he's calm, cool, collected, and he's one of those guys that like he's gonna know exactly where to put the ball if any situation comes up.
Let's see. I remember I think it was his first game, Mississippi State. I think one of their blitzes got through, and he got hit pretty hard. Like, you know, he got hit really hard, and I was like, wow, this kid just took his first hit. Like, I mean, in my head, I'm like, okay, how's he gonna react? He's gonna lay on the ground. Is he gonna be broken? Like, but he got up, he said, hit me again. He told the defender, he said, hit me again. So like, that wasn't hard on him. I think he threw a touchdown on that play too. So I think he had a reason to like say that. But yeah, he was pretty jacked up, and I was like, okay, cool. We got a tough kid, you know, because you know, we don't always get the toughest guys come in, but that guy's tough. You know, that guy's tough, and he got up off the ground and he kept throwing the ball. He threw it and threw it and threw it for 400. So yeah, he's tough.
Thanks, guys.
All right, up next, let's have Palmer Timms with Dogs 247 and then Connor Riley with Dog Nation.
Yeah, this one's for both players. At this time last year, y'all were both getting ready for your first game under Matt Luke. What's the first year with him been like, and what do you think the biggest change from Pittman to Luke has been?
Jamaree, you want to start?
Yeah. It's crazy. I remember asking the same question a year ago. Yeah, so Coach Luke, I mean, he's more of a spot the ball and go play type of guy. You know, he's a teacher. He can teach, but he likes us to go play. He wants us to go play. He wants us to go play fast, go play physical. Same thing with Coach Pitt, but Coach Luke is more of a high energy guy, more of a big rah-rah guy. Likes to get everybody pumped and energized, and he likes the energy and enthusiasm. And you can tell he really loves like coaching. He really loves what he does every day. He shows up with a mindset to be the best coach in the world, and I think he is. You know, he really does show that every day, and I'm really excited to have played for him for a year. You know, he's just shown me a lot. He's shown everybody a lot, and you know, he brings a different type of swagger to our group. But yeah, I mean, those two guys, they're very good at the top of their profession. Even, you know, Coach Pitt just even moved up. So yeah, but when he was an O-line coach, those were probably two of the top ones that you would see. So yeah, those two guys are really good at what they do. And, they're both really great coaches.
This is for both. Oh, sorry.
No, I think Jamaree hit it on the head. I mean, he's bringing enthusiasm every single day, like meetings, practice, whatever it is. Like he's gonna be the guy, he's gonna be the loudest. He's gonna. I said this interview before. Like George Pickens will catch like a 50-yard bomb, and like he'll be like one of the first guys like sprinting down there to go like give him a high five or something like that on the practice field. So he's that kind of guy. He wants just to bring that energy all the time, and something that's like he's instilled with us. And I think both of them bring different aspects to the table. I think they're both great teachers, different techniques, different things like that. So I think Jamaree can speak on this too. I mean, I think we can both grab like different things that both of them have taught us and just continue to get better as players.
Hey guys, how has JT sort of changed or evolved from when he first got on campus, I guess back in June, to where he is now?
Jamaree, you want to start?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has a growing period when they first get here, whether it's a freshman, whether it's a grad transfer. I mean, they all grow, they all become more social. That's how it starts. You become more social, then you become more confident, and then you just start playing. You know, then things just start clicking for you. It's like a light bulb that switches one day, and you know, He had a bit of a rough patch, in fall camp and stuff. He was getting adjusted because our defense is see some blitzes and some coverages and do stuff in that third down period that ain't nobody ever seen before, and I ain't never seen before in no football field. But they get home and they make plays, so our defense is very good. So I think he was just getting adjusted to that and understanding that wow, these guys can really play. And once he started making those strides and getting those reps with the scout team, man, he came back. And once we brought him back with the ones in the travel team, man, he was throwing the ball and it had a different spin to it. He had a different level of confidence. He's cool, that cool, calm, and collective kid that y'all see on Saturdays. He's always that kid. He's like Warren says, he's like a textbook. Like when it comes to coverages and what we do on this play and that play. I mean, it's like when you hear him spit it out, it's crazy. It's like Google or something. But yeah, man, he's got a different level of confidence, and we're really happy to have him.
Yeah, I think just like everything Jamaree said, I think used to the speed of the game, the SEC. I think, getting used to all the exotic blitzes our defense has, is our defense is good, and they're gonna bring some stuff that you've never seen before and run it to like a precision. So I just think that, I mean, he came in and he was still recovering from his knee injury too. So I think all of that just kind of, and then like Jamaree said, I think once he kind of got like his feet on him and getting used to the system, used to SEC, used to the, I think that he just had sprung to the player he is right now.
All right, that's all we have time for. Thanks so much, Jamaree and Warren.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thanks everyone for attending, and we'll get back to you about the next availability.